Welcome back to the June episode of County Connection. For this segment, I have with me Mike Timlin, who is the Bus Operations Manager of CDOT's Division of Transit and Rail. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, so we all know that Colorado is a great place to live. There are tons of great things to do here up in the high country as well as down in Denver. What a great city. But one of the downsides is some congestion on the interstate, and there's nothing worse than sitting in traffic trying to get to those great activities and going 10 miles an hour or 0 miles an hour. But CDOT has come up with a great solution to chip away at that problem, and that solution is the Bustang, which is rolling out soon. Tell us about this service.
Sure. The Bustang, that's going to be CDOT's new interregional express service. Our mission is to connect population centers and employment centers, and we're starting small with this, obviously, but we're real excited about it. We want to be out there, leading the stampede for new alternate choices of transportation.
Fabulous. And most people may not immediately think of CDOT when they think of public transit. Obviously, we see CDOT folks out taking care of our highways, but this is kind of a new field for you guys to get into. Right, and
CDOT is not all highways anymore. We're a transportation company now, and that's what we plan to do. And we plan to roll out more services like that, and we're really excited about the Bustang.
All right, so well, I should back up for a second. So the service is really in response to a desire by Coloradans who have been asking for this kind of service. Can you tell us a little bit about the type of feedback that you've been getting and how that shaped the service?
Coloradans have been telling us they want an alternate form of transportation. The highways are getting more congested every year as more people move into it. I-70 and I-25 are the two heaviest traveled roads in the state, and it just makes sense that we need to have alternate travel solutions. They've been pretty demanding about wanting this, so we're pleased to hear that.
Great. So there is big demand out there, and I know that the folks I've talked to in Summit County are really excited that this is coming to have an option where you don't have to get behind your own wheel to get down to Denver and back. So tell us about the extent of the systems. What are the major cities that are served?
Okay, well, we're going to start out with 3 routes: Colorado Springs to Denver, Fort Collins to Denver. Colorado Springs will have 7 round trips a day. Fort Collins will be 6 round trips a day, and primarily most of those are going to be commuter type trips, where the I-70 Mountain Corridor trip is more of an essential service for residents who live in Summit County, that will be able to come down to Denver if they want, or use it to go to Vail or Glenwood Springs. You'll be able to have lots of choices there, and the fares are going to be reasonable, so it'll be for instance, we'll have single fare tickets you can be bought on the bus. We'll have a web page where you can buy tickets online, and we're developing a mobile app so that you can buy tickets there too. We'll have, just like Summit Stage is coming out with real-time bus information, we'll have the same thing.
So that sounds great. So lots of ways to be able to buy tickets, and so would you actually be scheduling a seat or reserving a seat?
No, all schedules are first come, first serve.
Okay.
But we have contingency plans in case buses overload. There's going to be times when that may happen.
Okay.
But we have plans to alleviate that, because we'll be able to tell by online demand ticketing when we think we might need a second bus.
Okay, that's great. So there is some flexibility built in to handle the capacity that turns up, to saddle up.
Correct.
So to focus specifically on the I-70 route, which most people in Summit County would probably be most interested in, what are the stops along the route that people can take advantage of?
Well, in the morning we'll be originating from Glenwood Springs, and we'll be stopping in Eagleville and Frisco, and then go straight into Denver, but we'll make a stop at the Denver Federal Center off of US 6, and then we'll proceed down to Denver Union Station. The travel time will be a little over an hour, so it'll be nice and fast. We think that having an express trip is important to Coloradans because they want to get there fast. So we won't be, this is not meant to be recreational trips, so we've gotten a lot of feedback that, maybe we should be hauling skiers up here, but that's not what our intention is.
Okay, so it's really if you, for example, have to go to a doctor's appointment down in Denver and you aren't able to drive yourself, you now have a way to do that.
Or if you want to go down for a Thursday afternoon Rockies game in the summer.
Great,
you'll be able to do that.
That sounds like more fun.
Yeah.
And then the great thing is, I think that where you're stopping in Summit County, right at the Frisco Transit Center, so you could realistically, for a lot of people, totally leave your car behind, hop on a Summit stage bus, get to the Frisco Transfer Center, hop on the Bustang, and then head down to Denver and arrive right at Union Station, where you also have a ton of different public transit options.
Absolutely. That's one of the other missions that we have, is to interconnect the transit agencies along the corridor so that you don't have to use your car. It'll make it very convenient, and people will like doing that.
Yeah, I think so, for sure. So I talked about, there's been a buzz building about Bustang. One of the things that people comment on is the name. Tell us about where the name Bustang came from.
We love to hear that. Bustang, we just wanted Bustang we wanted a fun name so people could identify with it. And that's how we came up with the name, really. It just was, something, it builds on Colorado's Wild West roots. Right. And we just wanted to play on that. It'll be, it catches people's attention.
All right. Well, I think people are going to be really excited to use it. So your the first ride, the first day that the service starts is
July 13th.
July 13th.
Right.
And so what can folks expect if they hop on the bus on July 13th?
Well, that we're going to keep secret, Julie, because you'll have to show up and find out what may happen, and there might be some special guests involved. We will have parties at each of the local stops, so we invite everyone to to come down for the first ride.
Great. So if you are one of those inaugural Bustang riders on July 13th, then you may get some exciting secret treats.
Correct.
All right. So I don't think we've talked about the cost. How much are the tickets?
Well, they're based on the mileage. It's about 17 cents a mile, so it makes it very reasonable to ride. We do have multi-ride discounts for 10, 20, and 40 ride tickets, and we do have 25% discounts for seniors over 65 and disabled folks, as well as children from 2 to 11 years old. That'll be 50% discounts, so parents won't have to. If you have small children, you're welcome aboard.
Okay, and it's affordable for a family.
And it's affordable. To give you an example, from Frisco to Denver one way would be $12.
Oh, gosh, that's like nothing. Great. Is there anything that you would want to add, Mike, about the upcoming Bustang service? Well,
you can get any other information go to www.bustang.com. Ridebustang.com. And right now it'll give you some frequently asked questions. You can get your questions answered there. There is a phone number if you want additional questions. You may call at CDOT headquarters, and by mid-June, we hope to have the actual website live and ready to go.
All right, so just a little bit later this month, be sure to check that out at ridebustang.com and take advantage of this new fantastic service that CDOT is offering.
Yeah, we're excited.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today, Mike, and good luck as you get the last details wrapped up for the big launch in July. You bet. You'll probably be seeing the buses are going to start this weekend, or I should say tonight. They're going to start doing scheduling tests along the corridor to Glenwood Springs. So you might see some purple and black buses pulling into Frisco Transfer Center here tonight and the next couple nights. All right, we will keep an eye out. Okay. All right, thanks, Mike. And stick with us. We are going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about some new developments this summer for the Summit County Rec Path system.